Hello and welcome. Thank you for viewing this educational segment presented by Buying Behavior Metrics. I'm your host, Martin Smith, author of The New Exhibitor and The New Lean Six Sigma Orange Belt for Exhibitors. These and other exhibiting tools are available on our website at bbmgo.com. Please go to the site and make use of the tools. You will find them to be extremely valuable in implementing and improving your exhibiting and event purchase experience. Welcome back. I'm Martin Smith, founder and president of Buying Behavior Metrics, and this is part 4 of the 5-part series on space design. In this video session, we will discuss value stream creators and the soulful projections on an exhibitor's identity. If you've not watched the first 3 sessions, please stop the video and go back and watch those segments first, as they build upon each other. Otherwise, let's get started. As mentioned in parts 1, 2, and 3, there are 3 design elements which create a force field effect, a castle wall effect, or a portcullis effect. As mentioned in the preceding sessions, the first 3 design elements create force field, castle wall, and portcullis effects. These are all related to physical factors which inhibit or enhance traffic flow and attraction to specific areas in order to accomplish goals. The topic of discussion for the next 2 videos centers around the value stream creators that either attract or repel attendees by soulfully revealing the exhibitor's identity. When I'm asked about my identity, I often respond by expressing that I'm a mechanical engineer. But I'm also a husband, a father of 3, an avid football fan, and a Pacific Islander. Others have identified me as outspoken, innovative, goofy, observant, left-brained, etc. The point is, my identity is varied like yours is, and our identity can seem to change based on the context in which we find ourselves and the people involved. How others perceive us as different from some people and the same as others can categorize us. Over time, these perceptions shape and change our identities in ways we are not fully aware of. The changes, good and bad, typically manifest themselves visibly, whether we want them to or not. Our heart and soul, if you will, shows through to others based on how we present ourselves, how we speak, how we gesture, dress, who we surround ourselves with, what activities we participate in, and even the products we choose. Our every action and movement reveals the depth of our identity to the point that even secret things about us show through without our knowledge. It has been said that if you want to know what a person is like, what they value, what they stand for, and what drives them, look at their personal space. How a space is designed and the behaviors that result not only tell passing attendees about the company's product or service offerings, but also reveal the identity of the company itself. In essence, the space is like a window into the soul, and the soul of an organization shows through. Try this little exercise. Get some pictures of your last few events and look at your space. When doing this, ask yourself, what is the space saying about the soul of your company? Chances are that whatever you see, good and bad, attendees see as well. Often rows of small booths feel cheap and unprofessional because these companies lack resources and exhibiting expertise, and it shows in their space. The booths are often sparse, unimaginative, and shabby, and the behaviors are unpolished. This is a look into the soul of these companies because they share the same challenges. They are newer, underfunded, under-resourced companies that are trying to break into the marketplace but have no expertise in exhibiting. Most of them have no clear goals, no idea how to design their space, and they're clueless on how to reach their target attendees. They have no ideas how they should position themselves or how to behave. In short, they show up and hope to get sales. The impression created from the passing attendees is a shabby, unpolished, ill-prepared impression. The feeling is that attendees would be taking a chance if they purchased these exhibitor products or services, and the risk of working with these new companies often seems greater than the reward potential. Sadly, their soul-racked challenges and issues show through in their exhibiting space, and often this continues even as they grow to be larger exhibitors. A great purchase experience provides a combination of these external value streams, internal value streams, and high touchpoint mechanisms in order to create a satisfying experience for attendees. So let's begin by discussing external value streams. As attendees walk down the aisles looking at exhibitor spaces, they are influenced by sensory stimuli. If a booth is nicely colored and smells good and in general appeals to their sensory receptors, they may be drawn into the booth, where they will engage with products, displays, and demonstrations, or maybe even interact with a staff person. These sensory look and feel external stimulus components of an environment ultimately affect how an attendee feels about their identity in relationship to an exhibiting company. It is critical to remember that even though we are creatures with 5 distinct senses, these receptors are working simultaneously and the stimulus is affecting them holistically. In addition, we are influenced by both the interwoven type and intensity through which each of these sensory receptors fires. This means that the exhibitor goal should be to reveal a company soul that matches the soul of the target attendee. So let me take a minute to discuss some things to keep in mind when using extrinsic value sensory stimulus.
Sight. The type and intensity of colors work together to emote an impression and carry meaning. Choosing colors is tricky and can reveal a great deal about the soul of your company. It can also really affect the behavior of your staff and attendees. If a space has very bland colors, it will not reflect an energetic, innovative impression. If an exhibitor is in the consulting business, they might use toned-down, soothing yet professional earthy colors. Using green AstroTurf carpet fits naturally with a company that sells lawn and garden equipment, and neon colors are effective when marketing to teenagers. There is extensive research on the mood established by different colors, and the annual Pantone Color Forecast sets the tone for what color combinations are in style and what they mean. Use colors that give attendees a look at the company's soul without overwhelming them.
Next, sound. When it comes to sound, less is more is the rule of thumb in creating an impression. The key thing to remember regarding sound is that whatever the sound is, it must be heard by the staff all day, every day, before, during, and after the show. I've witnessed countless displays that had a soundtrack or sound effects that cycled every few minutes. Without fail, within hours of the show, most of these displays mysteriously stopped working. Attendees also are cognitively sensitive to sound, so they are more apt to rapidly form an impression based on what they hear. The type of sound as well as the intensity of the sound will drive the attendee's impressions, so the less you drive, the more neutral you will seem.
Smell and taste. The real estate market has known for years that the smell of chocolate chip cookies is powerful when selling a home. In an experiment we executed with an appliance manufacturer, we increased the sales of double ovens by 33%, simply by using a scent machine. Smell is one way to quickly take an attendee from the show to another place. It can provide a quick escape mechanism because memories are linked to smells. To this day, there is a certain cleaning fluid that immediately makes me think of my elementary school. This can be a powerful mechanism if you choose a scent that people can connect to. Keep in mind that medical research shows that more people suffer from allergies and sinus issues than ever before, so the type and intensity of scent should be handled with care. Research reveals that scents will activate a taste sensation. Taste and smell are so closely connected they can quickly drive an impression, and this can be a differentiator for an exhibitor.
Touch. Textures work to create an image that typically means the heavier the texture, the more laid back the environment. Try this exercise. Close your eyes and imagine you're looking closely at a wall with very heavy plaster wall patterns. Now pull away from the wall and look at the surroundings. I'm betting you're in a resort setting which overlooks a pool or ocean. This is because heavy texture is typically associated with these leisurely resort escape settings. Imagine the soulful impression your company leaves on attendees when you use heavy texture in your space. It would be great for a home or garden show where you want them to escape into a decorating project at home. It would be terrible if you're trying to sell security software to military officials because the loose, carefree, we aren't really that secure image would be counterproductive to the sale. These external value streams must soulfully fit with the target attendee in order to draw them into the space and drive them through the purchase experience. In the next video, we will look at internal value stream creators and the high touchpoint mechanisms which will finish off our design series. In conclusion, allow me to thank you for your time in reviewing this material and for your interest in buying behavior metrics. It is our sincere desire to provide valuable offerings to help exhibitors create worthwhile purchase experiences and ultimately maximize their ROI. Please go to our website and explore all the online tools available at bbmgo.com. Thank you.